Hey everyone, let's talk about one of the most scandalous, dramatic, and honestly super important stories in the entire Bible. It's a story most people skip right over, tucked away in the book of Genesis. It's the story of Judah and Tamar, and trust me, this is way more intense than any reality TV show you've ever seen. So picture this, we're in Genesis 38. The chapter right before this, Joseph has just been sold into slavery by his jealous brothers. It's a huge family crisis. And right in the middle of this chaos, one of the brothers, Judah, the very guy who suggested selling Joseph, decides he's had enough. He packs his bags, leaves his family, and goes off to live with a guy named Hirah. It's like he's running away from his own guilt and the drama he helped create. While he's there, he meets a Canaanite woman, the daughter of a man named Shua. He marries her and they have 3 sons, Onan, and Shelah. So far, it seems like a pretty standard story, right? A man starts a new life, has a family. But this is where things start to get complicated. The foundation of this new family is already shaky because Judah has married outside his people, which was a big deal back then. But that's just the beginning. When his firstborn son, comes of age, Judah arranges a marriage for him. The bride's name is Tamar. The Bible doesn't tell us much about her, but we're about to see she is a woman of incredible determination. The problem is, her new husband, is described as wicked in the Lord's sight. We don't get the details of what he did, but it was bad enough that God literally strikes him dead. So now Tamar is a widow, childless. In ancient Near Eastern culture, this was a disaster for a woman. Her security, her future, it was all tied to having a son to carry on the family name and inherit the land. But there was a custom to protect women in this situation, something called a levirate marriage. The idea was that if a man died childless, his brother was supposed to marry the widow and have a child with her. That child would be considered the heir of the dead brother, securing his legacy and the widow's future. So following this custom, Judah tells his second son, "Onan, go do your duty, marry Tamar, and raise up offspring for your brother." But Onan is selfish. He knows that any child he has with Tamar won't be considered his heir. The inheritance, the name, it would all go to his dead brother, so he agrees to the marriage. But every time they are together, he deliberately prevents her from getting pregnant. The Bible says this was wicked in the Lord's sight, because he was basically exploiting Tamar while denying her the justice and future she was entitled to. So, what happens? God strikes him dead too. Now Tamar is a 2-time widow, and Judah is down 2 sons. He's probably thinking Tamar is cursed. He looks at his youngest son, Shelah, and gets scared. He tells Tamar, "Go back to your father's house and live as a widow until my son Shelah grows up." But the text hints that Judah has no intention of ever giving Shelah to Tamar. He's afraid Shelah will die too. He's essentially sending her away, breaking his promise and leaving her in social and financial limbo. A widow with no hope for a future. Tamar goes home and waits, and waits, and waits. Years pass. She sees that Shelah is now a grown man, but Judah still hasn't called for her. He has completely abandoned his responsibility. Tamar realizes that the system that was supposed to protect her has failed. The man who was supposed to ensure her justice has denied it. So she decides to take matters into her own hands. And what she does next is one of the most shocking and brilliant plot twists in the entire Bible. And we'll get into that in the next part.